Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet a modified moss stitch. Now this stitch you see here in front of you, it has some of the characteristics of a moss stitch, which is your single crochet and chain one combo, as well with a little bit of a twist to it. Now I will point out it is similar on both sides of the fabric, has a beautiful texture, beautiful drape. One thing I do find with this stitch is due to the nature of the stitches that are worked in between your single crochets and chain ones, the fabric does have a tendency to go on a diagonal. If I pull it like this, it has more of a diamond shape to it. So if you're looking to crochet something perfectly square or rectangle with this, it does require some hard blocking in order to get the shape to remain. Other than that, it is an absolutely beautiful stitch and it's a lot easier to work than it looks. Today for the tutorial, you're going to need a little bit of a medium weight yarn. That's what I'll be working with anyway. This is the Pima Cotton by Lion brand. It's worsted medium weight. I'll also be using a 5mm crochet hook or an H8 crochet hook. You can find links to these items in the description of this video. Also down in the description you'll find the direct link to the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you again for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to subscribe. Take a look around. This channel is updated every week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Now our modified moss stitch today is worked in rows. You're going to start by making a slip knot and then by working a foundation chain, and your foundation chain will need to be a multiple of 2 stitches plus 1. So today I'm going to chain 21. Once you have worked your foundation chain of a multiple of 2 plus 1, you're going to begin by working a single crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook. Then chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet into the next. You're going to repeat that all the way across. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch all the way across to the end of that foundation chain. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 2 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to work a single crochet 2 stitches together over the first 2 chain 1 spaces. So finding your first chain 1 space, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over and drop a loop, then skip the single crochet and into the next chain 1 space, insert your hook, yarn over and drop a loop. You're going to yarn over and draw through all 3 loops on your hook. Chain 1 and single crochet 2 stitches together, this time inserting your hook into the same space as the previous stitch, skipping the next single crochet and into the next chain 1 space. Yarn over, draw through all 3 loops and chain 1. You're going to repeat that all the way across. Single crochet 2 together, beginning in the same chain 1 space as the previous stitch, and then jumping over into the next space and chain 1. Repeating this all the way across your work. When you come to the end of your row, you're going to work your final single crochet 2 together, starting in the same stitch as the previous, and then finishing it off into the chain 2 space. You can then chain 2 and turn your work. Now for row 3, we're going to begin by working a single crochet into the first stitch. So the stitch at the base of your chain 2, single crochet. Chain 1 and then skip the next chain 1 space and work a single crochet into the top of the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next chain 1 space and single crochet into the top of the next stitch, and that next stitch is your single crochet 2 stitches together. So you're going to repeat this across. Chain 1, skip the chain space or the chain stitch and single crochet into the top of your next single crochet 2 together. All the way across to the end of your row. You're going to finish off by working a chain 1 and a single crochet into that final chain 2 space. Chain 2 and turn your work. Now as far as the pattern is concerned, that is it. You're simply going to repeat row 2 and 3 for as long as you would like. Fasten off, weaving your ends. So your row 2 began with the single crochet 2 together, starting in the next chain 1 space, skipping the stitch in the middle, into the next space, chain 1, and then single crochet, beginning right in the same space as the previous stitch, and so forth all the way down. That's your row 2. Then repeat that row 3, your single crochets and chain 1s all the way across. And that is how you work this modified moss stitch. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.